Welcome to Wilson's channel.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of Chat with Wilson. This is my rebranded podcast, which is live on Twitch, and this will also be on YouTube. This is episode 3, technically 4. I've had 4 episodes if you include 0, but this is a very special one because I have a special guest here. So shoutouts to Pal for being here, aka KaPauuuu on Twitch. Hello, Pal. How are you?
Hi, good. How are you?
I'm doing great. Thank you so much again for being the very first guest. I appreciate you for that because I want things to go smoothly, and I feel like you're a perfect person to just talk to about everything, and we'll see how it goes from there.
Wait, why am I the perfect person to go?
Because I haven't interviewed you before, and I feel like you're good at speaking, or you could keep it going, the flow.
We'll see.
Okay, at least you have soju in case you're not feeling confident.
We'll let the soju talk.
Okay.
Soju will talk.
All right, guys, we have an exclamation podcast command so you guys can understand why I host these podcasts. But in summary, it's just for me to get to know my friends better and just to learn about their perspectives in life. There's going to be various topics, and chat will also be able to ask questions from time to time, but more so later on since we have a time crunch. And other than that, it's going to be like a back and forth conversation. So you could talk to me, yeah, whatever, okay? So even though I'm asking you questions, you could fire it back, or we're just going to have an open conversation. Cool?
Sounds good.
Yeah, but it's all on you, though. You're the special guest here.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
And you
I'm
could
more curious about
also
the questions
chat it
now.
up with people if you see anything in chat. But no worries, guys. I'll control the flow of the conversation. And shout outs to everyone for being here. I see y'all. I see y'all in the chat, okay? So thank you guys for being here. And alerts will be offline, so that's a heads up. And apologies in advance if I interrupt you. The only reasons why I'll interrupt you is like if there's a raid or something, but we'll just like point it out or something and get back right into it.
That's fine. Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
Are you nervous at all? You ready?
A little bit. Not nervous, but I'm worried about the questions.
Oh, okay. No, you'll be fine. You'll be fine.
Alright.
We could do like a little icebreaker if you want to like let loose, get the shyness out of the way. How does that sound?
Wait, me shy? Oh my god, I'm shy? I'm kidding.
Okay,
No, I think
sure. I mean,
we're good.
on the the notes here, it said that you're shy, but you can be loud. So here, how about we talk about that first? First, introduce yourself and let us know what you're like.
Okay, so my name is KaPauuuu on Twitch, but people can call me Pau or Paula. I barely stream nowadays, but I'm still involved within the community. A co-lead for the TO department in Team Fingies, aka Wilson's boss.
Okay.
Uh,
I'm glad you pointed that out. Okay.
and yeah, let's start with that. Yeah.
All right. So, would you consider yourself more of an introvert and extrovert?
Okay, so yeah, about me being shy.
Mhm.
If I'm meeting someone in person, I'm shy at first. At first. But give it a couple minutes. And then that's when I start getting when I get comfortable with the person, then that's when I'll be louder than usual and my usual self. So, yeah, I think it's like both introverted and extroverted. Or I
Mhm.
guess it really depends on the person.
That's true.
Yeah.
We will definitely talk about how our first meeting was and everything. So, I could vouch that she could get pretty comfortable quickly. Yeah, and then we'll talk about the tables and everything. So, just a little
Here I
snippet
am trying
preview.
to remember how we first met. No, okay, I now remember. I remember
Okay,
now.
okay, all right. Yeah, before we get into that, what are some of your hobbies and your interests right now? Because you said you don't really stream as much, but you are involved in the community.
Um, I feel like I don't really have time to stream as much because I try to go out more, stay away from the screens. going to the gym, working out, going to yoga classes, um, a lot of like self-care routines that I've been working on.
Love that.
Um, yep, and then, just drinking here and there. I don't know if that counts as a hobby, but I love to drink. Um,
That's something.
so, clearly I have a bottle right now just for talking. I don't know. I just have it ready. Um, and then other hobbies, I sing and dance. And then within the community, I host tournaments, or organize tournaments. So a lot of things, but yeah, mostly trying to go out, work out, or yoga classes. So
Yeah, the touching grass phase right here, and the work life
yeah,
balance.
yup. I don't know. During COVID, um, I really like I was staying home a lot, but like it was mostly me in front of a computer for hours. Like it was so bad. And then after COVID, I was doing the same thing, staying in
Mhm.
front of a screen, in front of a computer, and I already do that for work. Like I just work from home in front of a screen. So I'm trying to get out of that. Like I need to have a life outside of gaming and like work because why? Why am I doing that to myself? Why am I staying in front of a fucking computer? You know?
Yeah, that's
So
so real. Well, give me 1 second.
one.
Oh, I'll eat later. Not yet. I'll eat later. My parents are checking up on me to eat. All right. So before we talk more so about the Twitch stuff, I definitely agree that a lot of people started streaming during COVID and everyone was like trapped inside. So now that it like lockdown's pretty much closed or like over with, everyone's out and about and you're living your best life. So I'm also doing that, so I can definitely relate.
My goal
Shut up,
is to
clock.
someday be like Wilson, where going to events or raves every weekend. Like I want to live a life like that, you know?
I don't know if that's like goals, but it is pretty fun. So thank you, thank you. At least you're going to some too yourself.
Oh yeah, yeah. This year a lot more than last year. So excited.
All right. Before we're getting into the fun stuff and everything, I personally would like to know what your life was like growing up. So I read up on what you wrote that you were born in Dubai, and then when
Mhm.
you hit like age 16, you moved all the way to Toronto, right? So can you give
Yes.
us like a
So,
a brief summary of like what went down and how you decided to go to Toronto afterwards?
um, okay, so so yeah, I was born in Dubai, born and raised. Lived there half of my life. Skipped 2 grades, and then that's how I was able to go to college at the age of 16. Um, my mom didn't want me to come to Toronto just because it's like really far and like there's not we don't I don't really have anybody here. But my dad gave me a choice of either going back to the Philippines to study, staying in Dubai to study, or going to Toronto. So I decided to go to Toronto, a little bit further away from my parents. Not in a bad way, but like I knew and realized that I was spoiled. Like I cannot live without them, or like I wasn't really independent. And I wanted to step out of their comfort zone, being away from them to see how life really is, and to like learn how to cook, how to do my own laundry, or like, be more independent. But I can't really do that if my mom's always going to be there who's going to, do everything for me. So that was partially why I decided to move to Toronto. And then so that was 7 years ago.
Hmm.
And I moved here, studied here, graduated when I was 19. And then yeah, been a corporate slave ever since 2019.
So what grades did you skip since you skipped 2 grades?
I skipped grade 1 and 12.
It skipped grade 12 in Dubai.
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh,
Grade 1 was actually it's not an option. That one was actually like my mom what my mom told me was my teachers said that I was very talkative when I was younger. Like every time they asked a question, like I'm either always answering and raising my hand and answering the questions, or even if they try to ask someone else, like, I'm just gonna blurt out the answer out of nowhere. So they thought that maybe I'm too smart for that class.
Hmm.
So they're like, "Okay, let's just move her up one more grade because she's just a know-it-all, like, she just answers everything, like, she can't be in this grade." And then, yeah, grade 12 was optional, so, yeah, 2 grades.
So, how did like in your mind as a kid? I'm trying to understand how you really decided on Toronto of all places in the world, right? Because you're from Dubai. I've never been to
Yeah.
Dubai. I don't know what life is like, but like, what gave you the idea unless you had other options?
Well, that was literally it. That was just my 3 options was either Toronto, staying in Dubai, or Philippines. I don't really wanna like, living in Dubai, it's different.
Hmm.
I I will not I can't survive living in the Philippines.
Okay, so Philippines. Okay.
Like, I've lived, like, a I wouldn't say a luxurious life, but it
Hmm.
was somewhat there, you know? Um, and then it was either Dubai or Toronto. Dubai is great, but it's not that big. You're very limited. It's very traditional, and like, its culture is traditional. Like, there are like, I don't know, it felt restricting. I wanted to know a little bit more outside of just Dubai. Um, like, I don't know. It didn't feel like home for me.
Hmm.
Toronto, I as well actually doesn't feel like home for me, but I'm still exploring, you know, trying to figure things out. But yeah, no. And then Dubai, it's like I was born there. I think it's the same in the States, but if you're born in the States, you're considered as a citizen.
Hmm.
I was born in Dubai, but I'm not a citizen of Dubai. I'm a citizen of the Philippines.
Oh, I
Um,
see.
yeah. So now my parents worked there for years. They've been there when it wasn't a city at all. Like, there was no Burj Khalifa, there was no Sheikh Zayed Road, like all of those pictures that you see online, that was a complete desert when they were there. So they saw the city grow into where it was today. And my dad's retiring, and so after retirement, um, kind of being forced to go back to the Philippines because you don't have anything else there. Like, you're not working, you're not doing anything, like, you're not a citizen. So, like, thinking about it is just like, I don't want to be one of those, like, where I lived my whole life in Dubai, worked my ass off in Dubai, and then I just end up in the Philippines
Yeah.
because I will never survive living in the Philippines. Like, I can go there for vacation, but living there, I don't think I can survive. My mom goes there to visit sometimes, and she also tells me that, like, she's lived a life for so long in Dubai that, like, she doesn't know how to survive or live in the Philippines anymore. So if she thinks like that, how much more me?
Hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, so Chris has a question here. Has there been any places that you visited and found yourself wanting to go back soon? So other than Toronto, I guess.
I've been to mostly the States. Yeah, so Vegas, LA, Portland, Maine. I don't know if that counts, but I still went there.
Hmm.
Qatar. I think I would wanna mm, maybe LA. I wanna go back to LA maybe because I was only there for like 3 days. It was a short last minute trip.
Yeah.
So maybe I would wanna go back and like plan a better, like a longer and better
Get the full
stay there.
experience.
Yeah,
Hmm.
get the full experience. Um, Other than that, if I haven't been there, like, I think I wanna go to Korea, Paris, where else? I think those are on my list for now.
Hmm.
Korea and
From the top
Paris.
of your head.
Yeah, from the top of my head.
Are you an only child?
No. So, I have 2 half brothers, 1 half sister, 1 full brother, and no, 2 full brothers.
Hmm.
Oh my god, I'm losing track. I'm the second youngest.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then you moved
Big
all the way to
family.
Toronto. Did they like stay behind or just do their own things in different areas?
Um, my older brother is with my parents in Dubai, and my younger brother moved here last year. So he's also trying to follow my footsteps.
Oh,
Going to
okay.
school here, living here, yeah. So he joined me here last year. We don't live together. He lives like an hour and a half away, closer to like he lives closer to his school,
Mm.
but we still see each other once in a while. So
So
I'm
for Dubai, as compared to Toronto, what would you say is like the biggest like difference or culture shock with the people or even the city itself?
um I feel like Toronto is just like more open and free. I'll give you an example. When I first moved here, I was very, very conservative.
Hmm?
I wasn't open with what I was wearing, or like I wasn't confident with how I looked and my body and stuff. Because back there, it's a Muslim country. Like if you're walking around in short shorts and crop tops in Dubai, like that's like a big no no.
Looked down upon?
And then yeah, and then well, it's not only that. Like people will actually like call the cops on you. There are some incidents where people will, like call the cops and be like, "She's wearing this," or like, "She's doing this." Like that's not, that's not all right.
And they would do
Um,
something about that, the cops?
yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah. Or like public display of affection is a big no no as well, especially if you guys are not married.
Hmm?
Like there are some people who were arrested because of that. They're in Dubai.
Wow, you
But
could get
coming here
arrested.
and then I see people just like, doing PDA, or like they're wearing crop tops and stuff. Like I wore like a simple dress
Hmm.
and I still wore a jacket on top of it during the summer because I wasn't confident. Like I needed to cover myself up. Like that's how, like it just felt like I kind of learned, the longer I stayed here. I was just like,
Yeah.
oh, okay, yeah, it's fine. No one really cares about what you wear. Just wear what you want. Like be confident with yourself. It took me a while to find something that I feel confident wearing. But like that's just how it is there. Like if I tried to wear it there, like I would be in so much trouble. But it's not only like that, that's just an example. There are other things like I have so I grew up with a lot of people from, the LGBTQ plus community
Hmm?
around me. And then every time we go out, the guys always have to act act like a normal guy, even though they're like gay. Because if they're caught like walking like a girl or dressing like a girl or speaking like a girl, they could get arrested. Versus here, it's very open, like everyone, like you're welcome. You're free to go out of the closet and just be yourself. But there, that's like against their culture and their traditional way, so it's not
Yeah.
acceptable. Which is, there's just a lot of things. It's just those things bothered me the most, where people had to hide who they are, how they want to be, how they want to dress, just because it's not part of their culture or they're not okay with that.
Hmm. Wow.
So yeah.
It's a huge reminder that people live completely differently, like throughout the
Mhm.
entire world.
Yep.
Okay, so gonna segue a little bit. So you went to Toronto for school. How was your education? What did you go to school for, and like, how'd you, like live your college life?
I had the very typical Filipino or Asian parents. Um Other than, my parents telling me either you go Philippines, Toronto, or stay in Dubai, they're like, "What do you want to be? A doctor, nurse, or in business?"
Oh,
Those
okay.
were my options. So I had options too. Um Instead, okay, before I tell you all of this actually,
Yeah.
I auditioned for a talent agency located in LA. I
Ooh, okay.
passed the audition, I got recruited, but my parents said, um, "Here's the thing. If you go there, you won't have your any education. So I'd rather have you get an education, and if you still want to do it, go do it after, as long as you still have your education." So then I was just like, "Okay, well, you know, I can't go to LA then, like I need to go to school first." Um, and so that's how I ended up studying, well, picking business as per my parents. choice in Toronto. Otherwise, I would have lived in LA. I would have been in LA right now. Imagine I live in LA. Oh my god.
Man, to think about that. Yeah.
Yeah.
No regrets though, right?
No.
It's just what could have been.
What could
Talent
have been?
agency, huge.
Yeah. I know. It was huge, but like I know like my parents, they were worried. They didn't know anything about it. They didn't
Hmm.
know how people, get recruited and get famous and stuff like that. And so they were kind of worried that it was going to be a scam or whatever. Even though I've done like all research and everything, I showed it all to them. I mean, it made sense that they're like, okay, go for plan B first. Um, I mean, go get an education first, just so I can have a plan B. Um, but a part of me just wonders, like, what if I still went there and like I could have had a different life? Maybe it would have worked out. Maybe it wouldn't have. Like, who
Hmm.
knows? I like that just bothers me. And so funny thing is I actually got a tattoo on my hip because of that, where it's like a music note and it says like hope, to remind me that like if that's what I wanted, just if I wanted to be a singer one day, or if I
Hmm.
wanted to pursue something with like, singing, I shouldn't lose hope. So that's what like my first tattoo meant. Means.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's so cool to know because I've always known that you like to sing, and I think you're a really good singer. So the fact that there's a story behind it all is like very
hmm
surprising.
I About singing, I started when I was 3 years old. And then I've been performing back home in Dubai. I was performing until like 14. I was 14. So um there were some times where like people would fly me out to like different cities in the Middle East to like perform or judge or whatever. I would do all that when I was younger.
Oh, you're like a child star. It's from what it sounds like, touring.
You know those, I don't know if you've seen it on like, or like heard it anywhere, but like those Filipino parents that makes you do all singing, dancing, like
Hmm.
modeling, everything. Yep, my mom made me do all of that plus school. So I had a very interesting childhood.
Yeah, you were busy, but then dang, when it came to the talent agency, that's
I know, that's where they
unfortunate.
backed out.
It's
They're like,
understandable. I feel like a lot of
education first.
traditional Asian parents are like that, where they don't look at the entertainment industry as like high hopes for their children and stuff, because
Yeah,
huge risk type of thing.
yeah, exactly. So, which I understand, but it's just like, I don't know. I finished school and I went to, so I started working, and then now it's just like, it just feels like I'm too old for that now.
Yeah, so you completed courses in business and then you followed up with it in your career right now.
Yeah,
That's
that's what
awesome.
I'm doing. Yeah.
Would you say you like your job? Like, since you're working from home at least and it is business?
I like what I'm doing. I like the people that I work with. I think it's just some days where, you just feel tired and you start questioning, like, am I doing the right thing?
Hmm.
Or like, is this really what I want? And then, I don't know, that's where I'm at right now. Like, I know I like what I do. And like, I know I enjoy working with the people that I work with. Um, but I don't know. I just feel like I could do so much more.
Yeah.
Um, or do something better than what I'm doing.
Hmm.
So I don't know. Still figuring it out as I go.
Are you able or are you comfortable saying what you do exactly?
Um,
Or
I
like the title?
current well, okay. So my title right now is an administrator for
Okay.
an architect company. Um, but it's like weird now because I took on other job responsibilities in the company, and that includes like event planning or some like some days I'd be doing like finance stuff, some days I'll be doing event planning, some days like I'd be like working on like project coordinating. Like it's just like a bunch of things into one
Wait,
all of the
that's
sudden.
crazy.
So
You just took on all these responsibilities with that
I
single
just
title.
so with that company, I started with as an administrator,
Yeah.
and then I got promoted after being in the company for 8 months. I got promoted, and then that's when I started like working, adding like doing more things than what I'm
Hmm.
supposed to.
To your skill set, yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. I like how it's just different every day. Like it's not the same thing that I'm doing,
Hmm.
but at the same time, like I don't know. It gets tiring and stressful and overwhelming.
So it sounds
But
like you're just comfortable and you're okay with it now until something like a new opportunity arises, right?
yeah, the way I see it too, it's like the things that I do in TF. So like um organizing or like um managing stuff,
Hmm.
so and then behind the scenes like we're trying to figure out some finance things like think like that, but I actually do that for my work. Like same thing. So I do that
Oh,
for my
that's cool. Yeah.
9 to 5 job. I do that my 9 to 5 job, and then after work, if I have to do TF stuff, I'm doing that again. So, I don't know. Like I said, like I like it, but I feel like I'm not really like pushing myself to do better.
Hmm,
I
I
don't know.
see.
Yeah.
Yeah. I hope you'll figure it out in due time.
One day,
One
hopefully.
day.
Yeah.
Raymond, thank you for the follow, by the way. Welcome in. All right. So you talked about graduating with business, but like, did you have that college experience, like the social life aspects of it?
Um, yes and no. My experience is a little different
Hmm.
because um going to college at the age of 16 and everyone else in your class is like
Way older.
legal.
Yeah.
Like it was hard for me to go out with them a lot of times because they can go out drinking, I can't go out drinking. And like I had a fake ID, but like for some reason it didn't work here. Like I would get caught all the time. Like so there are some times where like I'll get caught. But there are some times where I could still go out with them because the places that we go to, they don't really check for IDs.
Uh-huh.
So I could still like, get that full experience or whatever, but like majority of the time, like I can't go clubbing, I can't go drinking to some certain places.
Hmm.
But yeah, I I still did. I think I did. Yeah, but
What's the age
I
requirement
mean,
to drink or to be able to drink there?
19.
19? Oh,
Yeah.
wow. So you started
So that
really early.
yeah, I started really early.
Yeah.
I think that's why my tolerance is high because I started drinking really early.
Oh, your
um,
tolerance is high?
yeah. I've never blacked out. Like, okay, if you think, okay, Vegas, when you saw me, I was like tipsy. But then when I got on top
Oh,
of the
yeah, you didn't
tables,
fall, so you were good.
well, yeah, right? When I was on the tables, I sobered up. Until the very end, I was sober.
Um,
I
yeah,
sober fast.
huge.
So, yeah. And like in the past years, like my friends would always like try to get me drunk during my birthday. But like every time we take a shot, it's just like they end up
You
passing
just
out before I
outdrink
do.
everyone, yeah.
Yeah. And it's weird because like they always ask me like I'm tiny and like I'm
Uh-huh.
short and skinny. Like where is it going? I don't know. So I'm still
Just built different.
looking for someone to match me one day, and then hopefully someone can beat my tolerance because I am 100% confident I can outdrink you all.
Damn, that's hell of a statement. Okay. Wow. And this is you talking right now, not even the alcohol yet.
Yeah.
Okay. You guys heard it
Wait,
here.
I've been drinking. I've been
I
drinking.
know, but that's not enough at all, so apparently.
Will says he can outdrink me, so we'll see.
Alright, I guess you
We'll
guys are
see.
making it a competition, so
Mhm.
Place your bets, guys, later on, whenever that is. Make content out of it or something.
For real.
All right. Speaking of content, and you briefly mentioned about Team Fingies, let's lead into that. So the Twitch and social media world. Yeah, let's just start. What exactly is Team Fingies, and how did it start?
Um, okay, so Team Fingies is a bunch of friends, not friends, but like, content creators, streamers, gamers, put into one community. Um, I can tell you how it started on my, like how I like, how do I say it?
How you envisioned
How
it,
it,
or
yeah, not how I envisioned it, but like on my side of the story, like how it started,
oh, okay.
on like how it came to be. So, um, Mar, Kate, and I came from an org named Synergy. Um,
Yeah.
Kate and Mar was the community leads in Synergy, and then I was the Apex tournament lead in, or Apex. Well, it's also community, but like I was mainly focused on like the Apex tournaments
Hmm.
in Synergy. And then I left, and then they left. And then we were just chilling, and then one day Mar calls me, and then she's just like, or like Kate was messaging, and then she's just like, I'm bored, like I want to do something, because like we were like constantly doing something, organizing events, doing tournaments, or whatever it is. Like you know, we liked how we were doing things for the community, and so um, Kate told Mar that she's gonna join another group to do all of that again because she
Hmm.
misses it. And then Mar's just like, how dare you go to another group and do the things that I taught you? like, like these are the things that I taught you to do, and you're gonna give it to another group? No, like let's just do this, like with our own group or whatever. And then so after that, Mar calls me one night, and we stayed, like I stayed up past my bedtime. Like I tried to go to bed like midnight, somewhere around midnight, and I stayed up till like 2 or 3 a.m. in the morning, and we were making the handbook of Team Fingies. Um, cuz like, people were like she was joking about like making a group about like Fingies and stuff. Like it started off as a meme. And then,
Yeah.
people are just like, "Oh, you should just actually make this a thing." And so that's why we're just like, okay, let's just make the handbook right now. And then the next day, poof, there you go. Fingies came to life. Um, so now what we wanted this to be, like what like we visioned this group to be is like we wanted to take away, org stuff like numbers, like orgs that cares about the numbers. We don't look at that. We don't care about that. Like what we want is to build a community and do something with the community.
Hmm.
Like our community would always come first. All the numbers or like what you do on social media or like whatever, don't care as long as like, it's not, it doesn't, well, the only thing we really don't want is like, drama on the timeline, but then other than that, like we don't look at those things. We don't care about like how many numbers you're pulling on stream. We don't care about like your average per month on stream. We don't care about your numbers on Instagram or Twitter or
Hmm.
social media. We don't care about that. Like what we care about is just building a community. And that's where like community before content always comes first. Like that's our slogan. Community comes first.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
That's awesome.
that's just
So it's been you guys have a community now. Clearly, we see Team Fingies members, and you guys outdid yourselves and made this happen, right? So how are you
mhm.
guys planning to take it further, or where do you see this like within the next few years?
um so in our first year, a lot of things happened. Like we did a lot of things and we grew bigger.
Hmm?
We have a roster of 40 people, 44 people, 45, I think 44 people, somewhere there. But we definitely did grow a lot in just a year. I wanted to, I know right now we're taking a break because it was like really busy for us in the last month. But this year we're gonna be grinding 10 times harder.
And
Because for
times.
yeah, and here's why. I
Mm-hmm.
don't think I've ever told you this, but I want us to be able to one day do a LAN tournament thing where it's like a Team Fingies LAN tournament plus like, a community meetup with everybody. So that's my goal. Like we just, meet once a year or something, do a for fun tournament within the community, with or without money, it doesn't matter. As long as we're just like, doing something that we love, which is like playing games. And
Mm-hmm.
Team Fingies is like majority of the roster or like the community is Valorant players, so it's probably gonna be a Valorant tournament.
Yeah.
um, and then just hang out with people that are within the community.
Mm-hmm.
And to be able to do that, we need to keep grinding and keep working harder and do more tournaments and more events. So I hope so. I mean, that's a plan right now. So it's supposed like that plan actually is supposed to be was supposed to happen August of this year. That was my goal. That's the goal. August of this year, but
Yeah.
we'll see.
And I know you're currently on a break, right? So when do you think
Mhm.
everything's gonna pick up for you specifically?
Um, well, the reason why I took a break,
Mm.
um, is just because like a lot of things was happening, in my personal life. I was gonna come back, but then another thing happened. So, I actually went to the hospital because I hit my head doing the tricep pull down or something. So I hit my head with a
Yeah.
dumbbell. I went to the hospital because I was really dizzy. I couldn't see, like my vision was all blurry and everything. Um, and then the doctor said I have a concussion,
Mm.
and then we did a CT scan
Okay.
just to see if there was any internal bleeding. Um, and it turns out they found like a cyst in my brain that's like affecting my vision.
Oh no.
Yeah. I go back, like I went to the checkup with a neurologist next on the 31st. But maybe I'm gonna extend that break again, depending on how that appointment next week goes.
Yeah.
But even then, like Giles is always gonna be there to take over all my duties and responsibilities. Like Giles will be there, and if need be, like I can, still be there to support you guys and like guide everyone else in the community. Um,
Hmm.
but for now, I'm gonna take it slow and focus on my
Health.
health.
Yes.
Yeah. But I'll still be supporting on the sidelines.
Yeah.
So, um,
Wait, that's actually insane. I hope everything will end up perfect for you. 100% health, guys.
I think I
What
think
the?
I think I'm fine. Like honestly,
Mm-hmm.
it's fine. I was thinking about it. I was just like maybe that's why I'm blind and I or like my vision is so bad, but then I realized, nah, it's my genetics. It can't be. So, um but yeah, I think I'll be fine.
Mm-hmm. Wow,
Mhm.
huge props to you. Like, I know it seems like, at least to me, it seems like you're extremely busy and you constantly have something going on. So, like, even the fact that you're not streaming as often, it's crazy to me how you're willing to put in like so much time and effort into, Team Fingies in the community.
Mhm.
Because you have like your own life to live right now. You said you're like doing things outside the outside world, the real world, right?
Mhm.
So,
Mhm. Mhm.
like, I'm also wondering, like, what's like the biggest motivator for you to continue to just be like online and everything and to like just work on this when you have other things going on?
Well, like I said, like the things that I do for work, like I like doing it.
Yeah,
And it's the same thing
and it
for
translates.
thingies.
Hmm.
Yeah, like it translates and like I love doing those things. I love bringing people together or like, I see people making new friends with each other. Like I love seeing people just, making new friendships or getting closer to or meeting new people. Like I've met so many people throughout like this whole year just from like doing things for fingies, or
Hmm.
like some of these people that became IRL friends, you know? Or like some of these people, not only just like, even though they're online, these are some people that like I find that like I trust them now with like a lot of things, you know? It's just building those connections and friendships with other people. It doesn't matter if like they're online, like friendship is friendship. You
Hmm.
know? You meet people and it's just great. Like, I don't know. I think that's like the thing that motivates me the most. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. Like I see people like people message me sometimes and I'm just like, "No, like I'm not the reason why you're making new friends. Like you did that on your own by just like getting more involved with the community. Like, yeah, I'll help you build a bridge, or like I'll
Hmm.
give you that bridge to like connect you to people, but like I'm not the real reason why, you're making new friends and stuff. Like that's all you." But it's still great that people are just like, "Oh my god, like I see you, everything that you do for Finkies," and like, people are just like, "Oh, thank you for like helping me connect with people." Some of these people are like now not these people that they've met, like they feel more closer to them, or like, some of like closer than their IRL friends.
Hmm.
So it's like it just I don't know. It feels great.
Gotta love that. Bringing
So,
people together. Relatable.
yep,
That's huge.
yep, exactly.
All right. So you talked about, it doesn't matter like whether it's online or in person, right? Do you feel like you're a little bit different when it comes to being in person, or do you feel like there's like a misconception of who you are because of your online presence? I don't know. I'm not going to call it persona, but just how you are online versus in person.
I've been told that I'm very different in person. So, I
Uh-huh.
don't know if that's true. Like,
How
well,
so?
okay, what do you think? Like, do you agree with that or no? Because that's what I've been told since you met me in person.
Okay, for me it's hard to say because realistically from what I could recall, we weren't really close online, and I didn't really like see a lot of your streams or anything cuz I don't think you were streaming as often, or we were just like in different like sides of the community, right? But
Mhm.
then it was kind of like out of nowhere when you like sent an outreach, and then I joined Team Fingies, and then from there, like seeing you in person, I got to know you before you online. So
Oh,
it's
okay,
hard for
okay.
me to say my like
Yeah.
perspective.
Okay, I think when they told me that I'm different in person,
Hmm.
I think it was because like we were going out a lot more, or
Okay.
like, go to the club,
The
and
party
then
animal
they're just
side.
like, "Oh my god, that's Paula."
Uh-huh.
"Oh my god, she's on a table. Yo, she's living her best life right now." Like, it's
The
funny
table.
because like when we were in, I think, okay, you were there that night with Steve Aoki. We went
Uh-huh.
to see Steve Aoki. And one of my girls was there. She's also from Toronto. And we were talking and we're just like, "Yo, what if people are just like, is that how Toronto girls are? Like, should we calm down?" I was just like, "What are you talking about? Who cares?" Like,
Uh-huh.
no, it's not how Toronto girls are. But I don't know. I think that was the new side that they probably saw from me, because like, how are you gonna tell that I'm like that just from like being online? Um,
Yeah.
but I don't know. I think I'm still kind of the same, loud. Um, I don't know. I think it's mostly just me being loud is the same, or like how I talk to people is the same.
Hmm.
Again, it's just like it depends. Like I think I was just like shy at first, but then like I get comfortable easily. Maybe it was with you too. I think when we first met, you did the cutsies and the line skis, which is fine, right? That's
Wait,
how
the
we
the
first met.
the what?
You cutsies.
I
You
cut.
joined us in the line.
Oh, okay.
That's
You're
how
talking
we
about.
first met.
Yeah, let's just talk about that then. We're talking about TwitchCon now, guys. How we met with like Team Fingies and everyone in person for the first time.
No,
Okay.
but when I first met you,
Mm-hmm.
you joined us in the line.
Big
Um,
ass
and
line.
I
Day one.
well, mhm, and I think I was really shy. I think that was me shy. I just said hi, and I was just like, not talking as much, I guess. Then eventually it's just like, okay, yeah, whatever.
Yeah,
I'm
went
good
from
now.
like just meeting everyone and just being like very tamed to like,
Mhm.
yo, let's go clubbing. Let's go clubbing. And the first night I was like, hell no, I got the Twitch party. I'm not going clubbing after that.
Who cares? Come after.
Yeah, for
You
real.
could
Steve
you
was
could
trying to
have.
tell me to go to the club with y'all, and I'm like, nah,
That
I'm
was
trying to
so
wake up for day 2 of TwitchCon. I paid good money for this. I want to be alive.
we
And
still
then
made it to day
yeah,
2. We made it
yeah,
to
I
day 2.
know.
It was great. But it was
Uh-huh.
funny cuz I knew Steve was going to feel left out. So I purposely FaceTimed Steve while we were in the club. And I didn't even say anything. We were just like, "Yeah, let's go. We're in a club, whatever." And this guy made it to fucking he came to the club right after the party.
I know, cuz he was with me. He
He
was
ditched Wilson and
no, no,
came
no.
to the club.
Okay, yeah, shout outs to Crushy Steve. Like this guy, cause he's here in the Bay with me, right? He doesn't go out as often, like to events
Mhm.
and stuff when I try to drag him out. But then like in Vegas, that guy, we went to the party, right? And after the party ended, the Twitch party, we go back to the Airbnb and he's like getting all dressed up and he's like actually gonna go because after you FaceTime and everything. And then I was like, nah, I'm gonna sleep right now. I'm gonna lay in bed and go to bed. And he just goes out, and then yeah, you guys had a crazy time.
Yeah. We saw Loud Luxury that night. It was great.
Yeah, back to back nights of clubbing, and then Stevie Oki.
Yeah.
How would you describe the whole TwitchCon experience, like including all the clubs and everything, and seeing everyone?
I had a lot of fun. It was great, but I think I would have kept it short. Cause I stayed until the end of Tuesday. Like my flight was like late night on Tuesday,
Hmm?
and I was so tired. I'm pretty like okay. We went to day 3 after TwitchCon. We didn't really go to a club, um, but we went to MSG's house. I passed out. We did a video, and then after that, I was just like, okay, yeah, I'm going to the couch and I'm taking a nap. I'm tired,
The BP
but
video.
yeah,
Yeah.
yep, the beer pong video. But I was just tired. I was like. I was done. Like, I was drained out. And then Monday we went to um what's it called? Oh my god, Area 51. We went to Area 51. That was fun.
Oh yeah.
But I think I would have just like booked a flight like Monday night or something cuz I think it was too long and like all like been drinking and going out till like 6 7 a.m. in the morning was very tiring. And I did that from Thursday until like Sunday. I think no, Sunday. Sunday
Hmm.
we went home at 3 a.m. actually. That was a good time to go home, I guess, compared to the last 3 nights. But it was very tiring, but it's still fun. I would probably not do that again. If TwitchCon was to happen there again, I am not going to do that again. Um it was a good experience, but I think it was just too much, drained a lot of energy out of me.
Yeah.
I'll probably do TwitchCon this year maybe. I know it's in San Diego. Woo.
Was
Are
that
you
your
going?
first
Of
one?
course you're going. Last year? Yeah. Last year was my first.
Okay, and you're considering this year.
I'm considering this year.
Would you do like all 3 days?
I'd probably just do one.
Uh huh.
Yeah, because last year, I think, okay, it was good that we did 3 days. Because, like, we didn't really have anything to do during the day.
Hmm.
But 3 days worth of TwitchCon, all I can remember from TwitchCon was the Apex Twitch rivals and me downing that freaking not longanisa, fuck the lumpia for all 3 days. Like I was so excited
Oh,
to go
that
to
was
TwitchCon
so
just to have the
good.
lumpia. It was so good.
That
Like
was
I've
so
never
good. The
had
outside trucks.
like I have never had such good lumpia like ever. That was I don't know. It was the best one I've ever had. And that was literally the only thing that I remember from TwitchCon.
What?
Like,
Okay. Shout outs to the Lumpia vendor at
yo,
TwitchCon that was
someone find me
outside.
that vendor, bro. Tell them to ship me a whole box of lumpia, please.
Yeah,
That
came in
shit was
so
good.
clutch.
Yeah. Like some of our pictures, I was so annoyed because like we just take pictures and then you'll see like my cheek is like
Like you're just eating.
I'm eating lumpia, bro. Like most of my picture, I have like lumpia in my hand. Like what the fuck? But it was good.
Hmm. Yeah, it was
I think
fun.
one day is enough for me to like see people or like see what's up and stuff. But I don't think I'll do all 3 days again. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm still considering two, like one to even want to go, and two if I would
Mm,
do 1 to 3 days. Like I've done 3 days both years so far, and I feel like
mhm.
for me the pros is that you could potentially bump into people, or you could set meetup spots while you're at
Yeah.
TwitchCon. Like for those that are going, because some people go only for like one day, right? So
Yeah.
I don't know what you and everyone are thinking right now, but that was a long 3 days at TwitchCon.
Yeah. It was good to like kill time, but I think like if we did one day and then we were going out the rest of the night, like it would have given us like the whole day or something to like rest and like get catch up on sleep and stuff. I think that's why I was just like so drained out because we were constantly moving and I was only getting like what a couple hours of sleep every night.
Yeah.
So it was a lot. But if it's happening in San Diego, like I'll probably just go for one day on TwitchCon just to like see people or like I loved watching Twitch Rivals. So if they're gonna do Apex again in Twitch Rivals, like I'll probably go on that day just to see that.
Hmm.
And then like the rest of the day, like I'll just chill, meet people outside of TwitchCon, because a lot of people are from San Diego or California, so I might as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, probably not all 3 days again.
Okay. Hey JB, thank you so much for the gifted sub, by the way, and everyone, welcome into the stream. Appreciate you. I see y'all. Hello, hellos. Um, was that your first time meeting like a lot of the people, especially in Team Fingies?
I met I think I met actually okay, no, I met Derek for the first time in LA when I was in LA.
Hmm?
Um and then everyone else I met for the first time in Vegas.
Okay, were they
So,
all like exactly what you expected them to be like in person?
no. Okay.
You want to
Okay.
talk about it? Just everyone, whoever you want to list out.
So, I knew Giles was tall, but I didn't know that I was gonna be on his fucking hip, bro. Like, holy shit. I think this guy is not fully Filipino because there's no way. I have never seen a Filipino that was that tall. Like,
Mm.
mm-mm. Whenever they say like, "Oh, he's Filipino and he's super tall." Like, I was expecting like, okay, 5'9" or 6. Like that's that's like Filipino tall. But holy shit, 6'4" and a Filipino? Goddamn no. So that really surprised me. Devin too, like he was okay. Um, you know, Devin's recovering from a surgery, but hopefully gets well soon.
Okay,
I'm not
we'll
talking
soon,
shit
Devin.
about him. It was just, my first impression of Devin. This guy would always talk shit about how short I am on stream or like during games and stuff. And then
Okay.
like we met in person. I'm just like, bro, why are you talking shit? We're the same height, bro.
Oh my
But
god.
yeah. um, and then yeah, we were just like, oh god, like we did not expect Devin to be that short, or at
Uh,
least I didn't,
uh.
because of just the way of like how he was talking shit. But yeah,
The banter.
I know. So I'll love for Devin.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it was now we just joke about it. And then I met Steve for the first time. Well, I met Steve for the first time before I met him on Twitch. Um,
Yes.
yeah, and then um I like my memory of Steve was him complaining that he's not a part of Fingies, but everyone else around him is. So
Yeah.
like, oh, he's still like he's always complaining. Like his voice goes high pitched. Like what, him too, Lucas too. Like everyone's just like in Fingies except for him. Like that's all I remember from Steve. Or like that's my first impression of Steve.
There's
Um,
no way you just try to impersonate him like that.
I think it was on point, don't you think?
Why do I feel annoyed just hearing that? I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding, Steve. I'm just kidding. We love you. We love you. Nah, good shit. Good shit. W. No, I'm just kidding. Steve, relax, relax. Okay. Anyways, yeah. So he's a fun guy. Yeah.
Yeah. And then my first impression of you, I thought you were quiet.
Valid. Okay.
I thought okay, I expected a little bit more from you. Um, not in a bad way, but like
Okay.
I thought you would be more like loud, I guess, or be more talkative in person because like, you always go out and like talk to people and stuff like that. I
Mhm.
thought it was just like, you're kind of used to it already or whatever, but like when I first met you, you're just like shy and quiet and like I was just like, "Oh, okay. Me too. I'm kind of shy and quiet at first." But- so, I don't know how we opened up a little bit more from there. I think it was from the Dunkin' Donuts when we were in the food court or something in the food
Oh
court.
yeah,
Something
because we
happened
made
in the
a
food court.
first stop. Yeah, 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 right when we got in to like eat and stuff.
Yeah. And I think that's where we slowly opened up to each other. But
Uh
yeah, I
huh.
thought you were a little bit shy at first.
Okay,
So,
so that's a good point to bring up. So like I know we only hung out once, right? Like all together and everything. But because you thought I was shy, in your opinion, do you feel like I'm not as approachable in person? I've had this talk with
um,
people. Or what do you think it is?
s- um, uh, I think it was okay. No, I think I was still approaching you. I think it was okay. I think. I don't know. Well, okay. To be fair, okay, there are some times where like I try to talk to you, but like I still feel like shy or feel bad that I'm
Hmm.
talking to you or
You'd
asking you
feel
for something.
bad for talking to me?
Okay, okay. I did well, okay, for example, like like on day 3 we were at In and Out and we were trying to figure out where our plans was or whatever and like I felt bad asking you because it's just like we just met this weekend. We're not even that close and you're very shy. So I was just like, I don't know. I don't know if we should, push it that far.
Uh-huh.
But, there is some I don't know, but I still approached you. I wouldn't say you weren't that approachable. Like I think it was just like maybe for some people they're not comfortable like pushing outside, like pushing that wall that
Hmm.
you or like you kind of show but not really.
Yeah.
But like once you break that wall, it's just like, oh, he's actually just normal. Like that's probably just how he talks or just how he is. So, yeah.
Yeah, Angel definitely did bring this up. So I was very surprised too. Like the conversation about how like I don't really I don't know, there's I guess an invisible wall like you were talking about. So once you actually get past that, then it's easy to just like talk to me.
Mhm.
But I definitely agree that I'm more like quiet and just like maybe a little bit reserved when I'm meeting a group of people because I don't want to like put the attention on me and I don't want to like just be out there from the beginning, just kind of want to
Mhm.
watch, observe, and then I'm better at talking to people like in a one-on-one setting. Unless I know everyone already, then I could just like fully put myself out there. So it's
Oh,
something
makes
like
sense.
that, yeah.
Makes sense. I Well, like I said, like I think it's okay. Then in that sense, like I feel like we're somewhat the same. It's just
Hmm.
I get comfortable faster and I'm louder than you.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. No, not probably. Yeah, 100% louder than you.
Yeah, yeah, loud. That part for sure. The other part, that was the probable. Um, okay, so that was like a super fun experience overall at TwitchCon and everything. Like what other major updates would you say has happened since TwitchCon? Do you feel like you've connected to like way more people, like especially the ones that you met there, or like how did life go on from there since that was like a few months ago?
um, well, okay, so I feel like after meeting with some people in TwitchCon, it brought a lot of us closer together. Um, I know, so for example, Devin and I have known each other for about 2 or 3 years, maybe 2.5 years now. Um, he would always like message me, catch, or like try to see how I'm doing and stuff like that. But like I wouldn't. I was really bad at like I'm really bad at replying to people. Sometimes,
Sometimes.
um, I'll and like okay, they know this for sure. I'll reply if I want to reply. If I don't reply, I won't reply for days, and then I'll be like, oh
Understandable.
shit, I forgot. No, but
Hey,
like
now you
we
know,
just
guys. Exposed.
well, no, I'm not exposing myself. Like they know this.
Okay.
Like during during like TwitchCon, and okay, and this was okay during TwitchCon, like Giles, Devin, Derek, and I talked about this.
Yeah.
If they message me and I have my read receipts on,
Oh, okay.
so they message me and they say that I saw it, but I didn't reply anything.
Then yeah,
That
they'll
means I don't
understand.
want to talk to them, or
Yeah.
I don't want to talk to anybody right now. I'll reply to them when I get to it. If I don't reply for days, then I forgot about it. Then they'll message me again. You know, so it's
Mm-hmm.
like they kind of already like learned the pattern, but we talked about it during TwitchCon. Um and then yeah, like no, after TwitchCon that brought us closer together, and now we started like instead of just gaming, like we talk about life things, we ask each other for advice, or like help with stuff. Like it just definitely brought us together, closer together. And then instead of just gaming, sometimes we'll just like hang out, watch a movie on Discord, or I don't know. And then like from there, like more people started joining and more people started hanging out with us. So it's just like I don't know. It definitely brought us. Sorry. Oh my god, I forgot what's the question again.
No, you're doing just fine. I was just getting an update from you, like after TwitchCon, like how you got closer to everyone or like what went down. But let
Oh,
me
okay,
yeah
yeah.
carry on from there. So I have noticed that you guys started, well, at least because you've been posting it on Twitter and everything, where you guys are
Yeah.
hanging out in Discord and stuff. Like even Drastic got involved in that. I think that's super duper cool that you guys just kept in touch after that. And then for Angel too, for example, because I
Yeah.
know, like for you, I know you're team thingies, right? But then
Uh-huh.
it's just like a variety of people are like involved too and everything. So it's neat.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's just like not just like one group. Now we're just like, all other people like slowly coming in. And it's
Yeah.
not even like we're restricting or anything. Like, if anyone wants to just come chill, like we'll always they're more than welcome. That's literally what Will did. Like you're just like, how do I get in here? Like I was just like, oh just come in, I don't care. Like we just chill, we get to know or make new friends, or like, just hang out, play games, watch movies. It's just I don't know. 'Cause not like I don't know, there are some people in that chat who doesn't have friends IRL
Mm.
and stuff, so or like, their IRL friends moved away. So online friends is what they have. And so instead of just like, being alone, you have someone to hang out with.
So which
But
server is this?
my Discord server.
Okay, there you go. So guys, if you want to join a Discord server and just chill with some cool people, yeah,
At some point, like
here's a
literally,
plug.
we would like fall asleep on Discord together, and then like we'll wake up, and I'll wake or actually, I'm the only one that's EST. Everyone else is mostly PST. But like, I
Oh yeah.
I go to sleep, I wake up, and they're still in call, like playing or like just chilling. I'm just like, bro, what the fuck? Or like sometimes I'll wake up in the middle of the night because Derek is fucking crying in my ears that someone did not push with him. So I was just like, bro, shut the fuck up, man. Like,
We
but
love Derek.
still.
They gotta push with
I
him,
mean,
bro.
but
Oh
yeah,
man. Okay. So that's cool. That's it's
yeah,
kind of an open invite. I get it. As long as you know people and
yeah.
everything. But yeah, your chance to plug that if you want, you know. If are you lonely? If you don't have any friends, IRL friends, meet Pal. This is perfect. This is why I have this podcast, guys. So you guys could be introduced to new people. Yeah.
Yeah, no, but I definitely feel like, you know, I feel like we all got close there after TwitchCon. At some point, I fell asleep and Steve came to my Discord, stole everyone, and was just like, hey guys, come to my Discord. So everyone transferred to his Discord. And I woke up and
Ouch.
everyone was gone, and I was just like, huh?
Those Discord hoppers. How could they?
And then I woke up and he was just like, haha, I stole your peeps. I was just like, oh, it's fine. It's fine.
Oh no. That's so petty. What the? That's our boy Steve. Okay.
Yep.
Ain't no way. Okay, that's funny. All right,
Yeah.
so I guess you could say we've been talking a lot about TwitchCon, post TwitchCon, like friendships and everything, right? So briefly, just touching on friendship as a whole, like what type of people do you feel like you're able to become close to, or like how like what distinguish, like, what's unique about the friends that you have versus those who you don't find yourself like as close to?
I think the major thing with me is and like I feel bad that I do it sometimes, but it's just like whatever. I'm not that I feel bad but not that bad. Um but I tend to do I okay. I wouldn't say hurtful jokes, but some of the jokes are just like hurtful, but in a good way. Does that make sense? I don't know.
Keep
But
going,
yeah.
keep going. We'll try to understand.
But okay, basically, if I'm making a joke, if I see it as a joke and you're gonna be super butthurt about it,
Uh
or
huh.
you can't or you can't match my energy
Hmm.
and like say something back, like I think that's when like I would try to step back and like I won't be like myself. Like there's people around me right now, like no
Oh,
matter what
okay.
I say, they wouldn't take it to heart because they know I'm just joking. Or like,
Hmm.
it's just how we joke around nowadays or whatever. Like they wouldn't that was just a major thing about me. If you're gonna be butthurt about it, like, oh my god, I can't vibe with you. You're not matching my energy right now. So it's just like I can't with you right now. you know? Cause like I don't know. Everything most of the time, like I'm just joking.
So it's
But
like banter,
banter,
like
yeah, like
bantering.
I'll banter with people. Yeah. Um Mostly that. Or like, they'll take it or they'll match my energy.
Yeah.
That's the people around me. Like
Okay, I
Angel, like
understand.
Angel wouldn't I wouldn't say she would banter, but she'll laugh or she'll take it. Just
Okay.
and then I'll feel bad. I'm just like, okay, Angel, like say something back, like fight me. Or Devin, welcome Devin. Get
What's
well
up, Devin and
soon.
everybody? Thank you for being here. Yeah, get well soon, man. We were just briefly talking about you. If you
Yeah.
want to know what she specifically said about you, check this timestamp. Just kidding. I'm not gonna do that. You'll have to find out later. Um,
um
yeah, I get that. So you find yourself closer and more comfortable with people as time goes on, and then you banter with them, and you feel like
well,
if
no,
they can't take it, then
I
you
think
step back.
mostly matching my energy.
Yeah, yeah, okay.
Yeah. I think because like if they're matching my energy, like the banter is just gonna come there.
Hmm.
Yeah. Like I'm never serious with people. I mean, unless it's about work. But other outside like TF or like work, like I'm not that serious.
Hmm.
Yeah.
So on the flip side, what do you think is like a personal ick when it comes to, I guess, people that you want to just stay away from that you can't really be friends with? Do you have any?
Um, I don't I don't think so. There are some where like I'll be annoyed, but the way I see it is like I'll still hang out with people.
Yeah.
They'll annoy me sometimes, but if I know that, they annoy me or whatever, like it takes a certain kind of energy for me to like hang out with some people. And
Hmm.
so then I'll be like, okay, I'll distance myself if I know I don't have that energy to deal with them or talk to them or talk to anybody, like I distance myself or do something else. And then when I'm like okay and I have the energy, then I'll like do that, like I'll still hang out with whoever. Like I wouldn't like really just stop talking to someone just because like they give me an ick or whatever.
Okay.
Like I I try to like not judge anybody because of how they act. If For me it's if they did not do anything personally towards me that would affect me personally or something, then I will try and vibe with you or like hang out with you and be friends with you. But if there was like an incident or something that happens towards me, then that's when I would like just distance myself or not be
Hmm.
friends with that person. But other than that, like I just try. It's just mostly like for like my energy lately is just like I've been having a hard time um balancing or managing my energy a lot, and so I get drained out easily.
Yeah.
So that's mostly where I I rely on that most of the time. Like if people want to hang out with me IRL, Like it depends on my energy or like how I feel.
Hmm.
Or if people want to like talk to me or hang out with me or play games or with me or whatever, it really depends on my mood or like my energy
Yeah.
or where my energy's at. But I'll still hang out. I'll still talk to them.
Would you say you're a confrontational person? So like if your friend does something that bothers you, like how would you approach them?
Um, I take my time with it. If it bothers me, I really take my time with it. It could take months
Oh,
because
okay.
um that has happened where, like something happened, and it took me months to confront that person. But that's not only not because like I didn't like I have problems confronting you. I don't. I just need my time and space to think about what happened, what I think is going on, or like how I really felt about it. And then when I have my thoughts and everything done, like then I'll confront you and like talk to you about it.
Mhm.
But like it just takes me a while to gather all of that. But eventually, like it could be like 6 months later down the line after the incident. And I know it's like for some cases, like I know it's too late or it's, you know, too far gone, like or whatever. But like for me, like at least I still said something about it. Like I still talk to you about it,
Mhm.
but at my own pace. I don't want to force myself to, like, if I did something wrong and you're just gonna be like, okay, go apologize. I'm not gonna apologize because you told me to. If you wanted to be sincere and like for me to like actually mean that apology, then like you need to give me my time to like really reflect and
Mhm.
like think about what really happened. And then when I'm ready, I'll go and like tell them, hey, I know this is what I did or whatever. That's just an example. Okay. I'm not really like saying that's exactly what happened, but like
Yeah.
it's just an example. But yeah, I don't know. It takes me a while.
Takes you a while.
So
Would you say you're an emotional person?
100%. Yeah. I but okay, I've had anger like I had problems controlling my anger when I was younger.
Mhm.
Like I would just like explode no matter how like okay, in the Philippines or maybe Asian culture as well, I'm not sure, but like in the Philippines, if they're older than you, you respect them as your elders, right? And so for me, when I was younger, like when I was like if I get angry at someone, it doesn't matter if you're older or younger or whatever, it doesn't matter. If you piss me off, like I would just explode
Yeah.
at you. And there were some incidents where like, my family friends would be like, "I'm not here because of you. Like I'm here because I respect your parents. Like you can't talk to me like that." Like I would have like those incidents because of the way I just like explode at people and I get angry and like stuff like that. Like it was really bad. But it took me a lot of like therapy sessions to be able to control my anger and find like a alternative to better, release them or
Yeah.
handle things. And so for the past 2 years, I would say I've learned to just whenever like my emotions are heightened or like okay, if I'm angry or sad about an incident,
Mhm.
like I try to like stay away from people and just again think about what's going on, calm down a little bit, and then when I'm all calm and whatever, like I'll come and talk to you. But like same thing for like relationships. If if we're having an argument, if I'm having an argument with my partner, like some people would want to confront me right away, but I'm just like, no, I can't. I can't talk to you. Like I need my space. I need to think. I need to gather my thoughts and just like, think about what I really feel. Because right now that I'm angry, I could say stupid shit that could just ruin everything.
Mhm.
And
On
things
the
that I
spot.
don't won't like I don't even mean it. But I was just angry at the moment, you know?
Mhm.
And so like it took a lot for me to be able to get into doing that as a routine. I would say it's a routine at this point because I do that for everything in my life now. Um, if someone confronts me about something and they need advice or whatever and like affects me, give me my space, let me think about it. I'll get to you when I get to you when I'm ready. Or like if I'm angry, I don't know. I need to be able to like think because if you need an answer on the spot, no matter what it is, you're not gonna get a straight up answer from me. It's either gonna be a sarcastic ass answer, a stupid ass answer, or like something that would hurt your feelings. Like
Yeah,
that's
I
all you're
see.
gonna get from me. So space is very important
I'm
for
in
me.
space.
Yep. I am in space.
Okay. And so Angel mentioned that you cried on New Year's. Like, since we're talking about you being emotional, what was that about?
Um, I've had a rough year last year, and so it was really wow, Angel exposing me.
Exposed.
Um, but I've had a rough. I don't know, my accent's coming out. Ew.
You're good. You're
Anyways,
good.
I've had a rough year last year. It's gotten to the point where, I stopped going to therapy, but then I went back to therapy.
Mm.
Um, I was gonna cancel Vegas 2 days
Oh.
before. Literally, I called Derek and I was like, Derek, I don't want to go anymore. I'm not going. 2 days before my flight. And then him, and then the guy was just like, you know what? You've had a rough year. Just come. Go have fun with some friends. We'll just, do whatever. We'll just go have fun. You need this. And I was just like, fuck, okay, whatever. I'll go. Um, and then, like met new people, made new friends. And then after Vegas happens, we got closer to those new friends. And then,
Mhm.
yeah, during New Year's, like they were in call. I jumped on call. I was out during New Year's, but then I jumped on call because they were there. And I wanted to greet them a happy new year. And then I started crying. I just like, you guys really helped me throughout this year, you know, um, with everything that's going on with my life. Like I lost some friends. I lost a lot last year. And then, with them being there for me, like it really helped me a lot. And so yeah, I was just crying because I finally felt happy and in peace. Um, and I was finally like, I was happy that, I could end, oh my God, I could finally end the year with like happy moments and happy memories with new friendships and stuff. So, yeah, that's why I cried.
Yay! Happy tears. Woo!
They were
W
happy
friends.
tears.
W friends.
Angel, Angel just loves seeing me cry. I swear to God. Oh yeah, I was crying and then Derek started crying. Like it was that call during New Year's.
uh,
It was just us crying. Like, we're just like so happy to finally have like, like just the friendships that we've built. Even if it was like we just met a couple months, but it's crazy how close we all got to each other. Like for me, like I'm always a
mm,
believer about like it doesn't matter how long, it doesn't matter what quantity it is, it's the quality of what
quality time.
it
Yeah.
is. Yeah. And like those the last couple of months after TCon with everybody was just great. It was good for me.
Yeah. Everything was going up from there.
For sure. Yeah. It's gotten to the point where like my last therapy session, like she was like it's a 1 hour session and she was just like, I don't know why we're having this call. Like it seems like you're doing better. So I don't know. I don't know what do you want to talk about because like you're doing great. Like it's gone to that point and then after that I was just like, okay, well, I think I just have to
Mm.
apply everything and I'm good. But like, definitely the people that I've been surrounding myself with helped a lot. So yeah, I was thankful and grateful and happy for that.
That's amazing to hear. Good stuff. Good stuff, everybody. All of y'all. You guys are even here to support and to watch the podcast to learn more about Pal.
Even though they know more or they
Yeah,
already
yeah.
know. That's great.
Okay, we're gonna transition, like change up the topics just a little bit. So for your level of comfort, just let me know how you want to go about it, right? So we're gonna talk about like relationships because we talked about friendships, right?
Mhm.
So I'll just start off with like, where are you at now in your life? Like, what's the relationship status, or like, are you what are you dating or not? Looking?
um, I was seeing someone um in the last month. We were going out, getting to know each other, going on dates. And then became official 2 days ago. I think he's watching the stream right now too. So,
Yo,
um,
congratulations! That's freaking awesome. What the heck?
yeah. Any next question?
Okay, yeah, sorry. I That was like a great opening, so now I can ask you all these other things. All right, let's lighten it up real quick. So how did you riz him up? Like, do you have riz?
I don't have Riz. No, I don't.
Oh, so it's like
I
unspoken
actually
riz.
no, I actually don't have any. Oh, sorry. Oh, I said sorry to my mic. Oh my god. I don't have. Oh, wait, hold on. Speak of the devil. He just texted me.
Let's go.
Say hi. Anyways, no, I do not have Riz. I don't
Mhm.
know how. Actually, no, I do. Okay, okay, okay. I do.
Yeah, where's that
Okay,
confidence? Hello? Okay.
I forgot. Okay. Um, so we were texting, and then um, it kind of got dry, and then I was just like, oh, maybe it's not gonna work out with this guy. But like, instead of like calling it there and there, I was just like, let's try one more thing.
Mhm.
Um, you know that lyric thingy on TikTok?
The lyric thingy?
So you text the guy a song to the lyric, like the lyrics to a song.
Oh, okay. To see how they reply?
Yeah, see
Uh-huh.
how they reply.
Yeah.
And so the song, oh fuck, what song was that? It was by Bruno Mars.
Mhm.
What you doing? Where you at? Oh, you got plans? Don't say that. I'm sipping wine in a row. What song is that? I'm way too good to be alone. Anyone? Nothing? Ring a bell?
Chat could help because I
Ring
don't
a
remember
bell?
that song.
How's it going? Dancing,
But
dancing,
anyways, you were
I
using
ain't playing
that.
no games. Yeah. Anyways,
Keep the door
so yeah,
open.
it was that. Leave the door open. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So
Thank
I
you,
was
Will.
just like, yeah. So it was like mostly like, what are you doing? Where you at? You got plans? I'm sipping wine in a robe. I'm way too good to be alone and stuff like that. And like the way he responds is just like, hey yo, so what? You want me to come over? And then it was just a joke.
Uh-huh.
And then I sent him like, oh, it's just a song. And then apparently we talked about it later, and he was just like, he was talking about like how um like he thought my phone got stolen, or like
Oh,
something's going on, because he's just like, I'm just gonna say Lamau. but but yeah. And then from there, like, sparks started going up again, I guess. And
nice.
then
Okay.
yeah. Is that considered as risk? Does that count?
Well, it worked and it's a story, like a really cool story to hear, so I love that.
Yup.
Okay, but yeah, I don't want to pry too much into like this current relationship, so I'm gonna ask you like more general stuff about like just relationships yeah, relationships as a whole. Okay,
Mm.
so um, what do you feel like is your general type, or like what attracts you when it comes to like a significant other? Could be like personality or like physical traits, anything.
Can I just say will and then call it a day?
What's a will? Who's a will?
Drastic Purge.
Okay. So, how about for people who don't know what a drastic purge is or who drastic purges?
um, Check out Drastic Purge on Instagram and Twitter. I'm kidding. Um, I don't know. I think if I meet someone and we talk and we vibe, then like we
Mhm.
vibe, then I'll see where it goes. I think it's mostly that. I don't
Yeah, the
really know.
connection, chemistry.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because again, it goes back to what I said about like, if we if you can match my energy or like if I say something and you're not butthurt about it and you're just like, okay, or whatever, like that could work too. Cause like I've had relationships in the past where like I'll joke or something and then they'd be so hurt. And then they'll be like, "Oh my god, she thinks about me like that." Like, bro, like I'm actually just joking. Like it's so annoying. Like, I don't wanna have to like worry about what I say or the way I talk or joke and stuff.
Yeah.
So it's like a major thing for me, whether it's friends or like relationships or whatever. If you can
Mhm.
match my energy, then like we can see where it goes.
Okay. So, based on your like dating history and stuff, I'm curious to know like what you've learned from all of it. Like, do you have any advice or things maybe you've learned about yourself?
Even though you are in a relationship with someone,
Mhm.
that doesn't give you a reason to neglect yourself. Yes, you're with someone and yes, you have someone to care for, but yourself has to come first. Like you have to think about yourself first, no matter what. Whether it's doing something you love, going to the gym, doing anything that does self-care, do that because like I don't know. I found that like for me, when I have like my past relationships, it was just like my life became them. It felt
Yeah.
like I need to be able to be like have a more free schedule just so they could like, so that, we could spend time together or whatever. Doesn't matter. No, you shouldn't live your life like that. You don't have to do everything together. You should be able to like enjoy the time alone with yourself and, do things by yourself, do things that would make you happy or like take care of yourself. Because
Mm,
you should be thinking about yourself first before anybody else.
real.
So,
Mm, I agree.
yeah.
Like, you should work on yourself. Like, two relationships with yourself and with your partner.
And this is something that I told some of my friends already.
Mm,
If you're not happy with yourself, if you're not happy being alone, then you're not ready to be in a relationship. Because if you're in a relationship with someone and you're not happy with yourself, you're going to rely on that person. And if it doesn't work out, then you're stuck or like you'll be depressed or sad about something because you don't feel happy. Your happiness relied on someone else.
yeah, you
That
lose
shouldn't
yourself.
be the case. Yeah, exactly. That shouldn't be the case. You should be able to find happiness with yourself, be happy with who you are. And by doing that is doing something that, you like to do for yourself. I like going to the gym. I like going to do yoga. Like I like having space to do my own thing. And, you know,
Mm,
it works out. And
yeah.
if your partner is not okay with that and he wants to do everything with you, then holy shit. Goodbye.
Then holy shit. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so it sounds like you've had previous relationships and everything, right? Would you say you've like gone through heartbreak then?
Yeah.
And
100%.
okay, so how did you kind of cope with that and just like recover from the heartbreak?
Um, so it was actually my last relationship last year.
Mm,
That one I think was the most painful I've ever dealt with. Um, like I didn't know, I lost myself. I didn't know what to do. I didn't feel like going out or talking to anybody. Um, I was just like lost. Yeah, I flew to LA, became more depressed, and then came back, and I was just like, I went to LA during that time, came back, and then I was even more depressed. I was lost. I was just I was just all over the place. Um, and then I went back to therapy, and that's when I started realizing that I I just realized that I lived my life or my past relationships was just based on like all those guys. And that's when I realized too that like I wasn't really happy with myself. And so up until like I would say okay, I'd say August until like November or something. That's when I was like focused on doing something for myself, doing just, being with, doing things I love, being with myself and stuff like that. Like I was really trying my best and like focusing on myself. Um and that's also part of the reason why I wanted to cancel Vegas. Like I literally called Derek 2 days before and I was just like I can't do this. Like I was depressed. I was trying to figure out myself. Um I had no energy. My anxiety was going off the roof. Like I just couldn't. But I still did it because, they were right. Like being surrounding yourself with people who cares about you, who wants to be there for you and just wants you to have fun, like that helped a lot. Um, but I think mainly it's just realizing that, you know, you need to love yourself before you could love someone else.
Mhm.
And yeah, it just took me a while to get there. But I'm there, I think.
Yes. So just looking forward now.
Yeah.
Yeah, well said. I feel like it's very important to talk about like mental health and everything, and I really like the fact that you brought up therapy in general. So, from an outside perspective, people can think that therapy is not like the best way to go. But since you've personally gone through it, what can you tell people about therapy? Like maybe you could talk about the misconceptions or how it really impacted you.
Um, like I've heard about like some people saying like it didn't really help them and stuff, but I guess it's different for some people. But for me, I was in the moment where it felt like I had nobody. Um, I didn't know what to do. I was going through a breakup. I was going through post depression, like or like post rave depression. Um, like I was going through a lot. Um, and then my first session, um, that I did,
Like you
I
reached out on your
cried.
own?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I reached out. I was just like, okay, I need to figure out a way to do something because like I don't know what like I just felt stuck. I was just like, you know what, maybe therapy would help me and like
Mm.
I can figure out where to go from there. And in my first session, 10 minutes in, I started crying. I was crying for the whole hour. Like, it was so bad. Um, like I was just all over the place. And then from then, like, I don't know, it just felt easy for me to just like I guess the person it was I was talking to, but like it just felt like I could just open up and like I just exploded everything to her and in just an hour session.
Mhm.
But she gave me advice later on and then I started trying to, follow that and then it helped me a lot. Um and then yeah, I don't know, it helped I don't know, it just the things that she said to me, I don't know, I'm not trying to give us much of what we talked about, but for me, I think it just really definitely helped me, especially if I felt like I had nobody um to talk to. Like, yes, I had people to talk to, but like not to that extent where I just wanted to explode everything. Um, and I was able to do that with her. So I don't know, it really helped me. So if you feel like you have no one to talk to, I would definitely try and go talk to someone else because you never know. Like maybe talking to a stranger that you don't know, you might be able to like express more.
Yeah. So you're saying just like anyone, it doesn't have to be professional help.
No, it doesn't have to be. I think I definitely talked to some people before I went to therapy, but it didn't feel like they helped me at all because it felt like they were judging me
Okay.
or they were like, don't do that. Why are you doing that? It's just like, it's not helping. It
Yeah.
didn't help me at that situation. Um, And so I was just like, okay, that's what I was just like, I don't know. It just feels like I can't talk to anybody. So yeah, if you think you don't have anyone or you're not getting anything or whatever, I think therapy is a good way to find some answers
Yeah.
or help you heal or like I think they can also like help you figure out like what you could do, like what your next steps can be to healing or like whatever your situation is, like they could guide you to a
Mhm.
direction and if that works, then it works. If it doesn't, then it doesn't.
Awesome. Well
But
said. All right. So we will segue into a different topic, but I feel like that was like a great place to wrap up like the mental health, and just relationships and all that. So I read up that one of your goals is to hit 110 pounds, and I know you've been grinding the gym, just working at it. Talk about
mhm.
the experience with the gym and what your other goals are as of now.
Um Actually my 110 goal has been my goal for years, but I haven't been consistent in the gym. Um and also I have struggles eating.
Mm.
Like I could last a day without eating, which is bad, but I'm slowly getting there. So right now, yeah, I'm gaining weight. Going to the gym has been helping a lot. I think right now I'm at 100 something, I forgot.
So you're
But I'm
close.
almost there.
Yeah,
I'm close. I'm close.
huge.
But it's not consistent. Like I'm going up and down a lot just cuz like eating is very hard for me.
Mm.
So I'm trying to do that by April.
So why April?
Otherwise, I try to set goals within the next 3
Oh,
months.
okay.
Yeah, and if that doesn't work, then I'll just extend it. But like 3 months is a good time because if I'm gonna say for the year, then like I'm just gonna take my time with it. I'm
Yeah.
definitely not gonna hit it, or like I'm
Okay.
definitely gonna not gonna do it. So if you're setting goals, I think 3 months is a good way to set goals. You know.
Mm.
So yeah. Other than that, um, I will be. I don't know. I think it's mostly just living my life and stepping out more than just being in front of a computer. That's my main focus. Whether it's going on like music festivals or dragging Wilson to Veld this year.
Wow,
Wing.
so slick. Wow. Uh
So
huh.
Wilson Veld this year?
Wait, hold up. Other goals? Uh huh. We'll get back to that. Come on.
Other goals?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think that was pretty much it. Like mostly focused on like gaining weight,
Yeah.
eating more, and
Hmm.
touching grass more.
Oh yeah, and the team thingies. Yeah. The
Oh, yeah, yeah,
event.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I think
No,
I'm
no
gonna
worries.
extend that to next year though, but it's
Oh,
okay.
okay.
See,
Great.
this is what I mean. This is why it has to be 3-year month goals because I
Hmm.
extend goals all the time.
Okay, well, I hope you and everyone achieves their goals, especially if you have anything set for this year, just in general. So, yeah. And oh, huge shout outs to you for going to the gym so consistently and like for posting because I tell my friends this, it's really, really like motivating for me too. So, like,
Yeah.
because everyone's working on themselves, right? And it's just
Mm.
like a mental push, like that image of you guys just like putting in the work. I think that's really cool. So, good stuff.
I think it helped me a little bit more this year to be consistent because, like, I had people like after I started posting more, they're just like, "Oh, I see your pictures all the time, and it's making me motivated to go to the gym more." So then,
Exactly.
just knowing that they see that in my posts, and I'm just like, "Shit, okay, I want to skip today. But if I skip today, I won't be able to post. Fuck. Okay, I'm just gonna go." So it kind of helps, you know.
Mm.
And then I was like, there are some days where just like, oh fuck, Wilson's gonna say that I'm not consistent again. Fuck, I'm gonna go.
Wait, that's crazy. Not the
No,
name
I'm
drop.
not even kidding. This guy said that I need to be more consistent once. He told me this once, and it's been in my head ever since.
Yeah, because
Like
like
every time.
there's a reason for that. It's because I know which friends have been going to the gym. So when I don't see it, I'm just like, huh, what's happening? And then I would ask, and then you told me that. Yeah,
Yeah, so
that's
now whenever consistency is coming up, I like Wilson just pops in my head. I'm just like, okay, yeah. Okay.
yeah,
I need to
staying
go.
disciplined and motivated, guys.
Exactly.
Yeah, huge,
There you
huge
go.
lifestyle change. Okay, and we will wrap things up with like a final general topic, just because I know we're getting close to the time. So yeah, let's talk about Veld, but not specifically Veld, but like EDM just in general, because I know you're interested in that. We've gone to Steve Aoki together with like a big old group, and it was fun. We got to see the legendary table dancing performance. I didn't even know that was a thing. Like I didn't know until I saw it. And I'm just like, my perspective was like, how did she get there? Like, who are those people? Like, what the fuck? Yeah. So, do you want to talk about your introduction to like the raving scene and how you've liked it so far?
Um, I actually just started going last year. Um, and it was fun. Well, it was weird because like at first, my first time here, it was like one of those hidden pizza parlor like rave scenes
Mhm.
here in Toronto. And whenever I go out clubbing, when a guy approaches me like I'm such a bitch, like I'll be like, ew, what the fuck? And that night I was like tipsy and straight up to his face, I was like, ew, what the fuck? And then my friend was just like, babe, you're in a rave. Like, be nice to people. I was just like, so what? What? What's the difference? And I was like, no, just be nicer. Like,
Oh
he's just saying
snap!
hi. He's just saying hi to you. And I was just like, what? Because I was so used to like the clubs and like people just
Yeah,
trying to
how they
approach
are.
and shit. And
Hmm.
I'm just like, ew, like straight up to their face, ew, what the fuck?
Oh my
Get out of my
god.
face. But no, I realized like, people are a lot nicer.
Uh,
There was like a rave mom there that she's known in like the Toronto EDM community, like the raving community. Like she's just there in every EDM and like rave, and then she's the rave mom, known as a rave mom or whatever, and she was super nice. So then I realized like, oh my god, these people are so different than
yeah.
from like a club setting. And then from then I slowly started going, meeting more people, going into raving and stuff, and then Veld became my first festival
Hmm.
last year. And it was weird because I've never been raving before I bought the tickets. I just bought the tickets because like Eric Ewick TTV told me to, because he said he was going. So I was
My
like, okay, fine, let's
god,
just experience.
Eric.
Yeah. And he became my rave dad. So
That's
shout out
awesome.
to rave dad. But yeah. So he told me to buy it, and then that's when like, before that I started raving. But it was fun. Um yeah, so now this year planning to go to a lot more.
Hmm?
I'm actually not going to EDC anymore.
Ouch. Why not? Is it because it's like a huge
Some
investment?
some personal things actually.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, but that's my birthday birthday week. And then my original plan was to so Brian and I actually have the same birth month. Last year we were fighting, not fighting, but like we were just like, no, I want to celebrate my birthday here. No, I'm gonna celebrate here because like it's around the same. It usually lands on the same weekend or whatever. So it's
Uh
like we're
huh.
fighting for a weekend. So this year we're celebrating it together for the first time instead of like fighting for a day. um,
Wow.
and right now our plan is to like rent a whole club to do like a small rave or whatever, invite some people or whatever. And so that was gonna happen, and then the following weekend was gonna be EDC. So I was just like, with how my mentality is like, and my energy level has been lately, like I can't do all of that.
Yeah.
Um, so it was hard, but I talked to some people about it just to get advice and stuff,
Hmm.
and so yeah, I just decided like I'm not gonna go, but I'm still gonna go to Escapade on June,
Sick. Okay.
Bell Belled in August, and then a couple events here and there. So I think it still balances out, and like I could still like, manage and
Mhm.
balance my energy. So yeah, Veld Wilson.
What is Veld like?
Like, what do you mean? Like how it was?
Like
Or
how do you describe what Veld's like? Because that
okay,
was like a first major festival for you. I don't really know anything about Veld.
so at first I thought it was gonna be like ill annoying high school people because it's all ages.
It's all
But that
ages.
wasn't the yeah, it's all ages. But that wasn't the case. I didn't even notice. Honestly, like everyone was still it's still the same thing. Like everyone was vibing, everyone was like having fun.
Mhm.
We are just like it was just fun overall. The only thing that I did notice though is like in America, I think you guys have it till like 2 a.m. or something or 6 a.m. depending on what festival
Yeah,
or
yeah.
whatever.
Hmm.
Here it cuts off at like 11:30 or midnight. Just because where it happens, the area that it happens in is a residential area, so there's a cutoff time.
Okay.
So what we did last year, after, day one cutoff, we went straight to downtown where the after party is, and that's when Zed was
Mm,
performing after parties. The next day as well, cut off, and then we went to the after parties again the next day, and that's when I think it was Dead Mouse was performing the after parties day 2, and then day 3, Loud Luxury was performing the after parties, and that went on till, like, 6 AM or 4 AM or something.
mhm.
So, there's still a continuation, it just moved to locations. Um,
Okay.
yeah, so we're probably gonna do that again this year, because the lineup is a lot better, I feel like,
Mhm.
you know?
Yeah, I
Um
saw. I saw the lineup.
Yeah, yeah, I know, you should come, you should
So
I
what?
know Will's coming.
Well, there. I don't know if he's actually going, but
Pre-sale
future
tickets comes out
discussions.
tomorrow at 10 a.m. EST. Save the date and time, guys.
God, promoter.
I know.
So what keeps you going? Like, what makes you love EDM to like just want to go to more events and stuff? Like, personally, when you go, like, what makes that experience?
I just like the music.
Hmm?
And like meeting people or like hanging out with people there is just I don't know, it's just more fun. Like it's completely different from like a club scene
Yeah.
because like I don't know. I went clubbing once after I went I took Holland and Josh to a club here in Toronto and I was bored as fuck. Like I was just there and I was like, ew, what's going on? Because
Uh
like
huh.
people are a lot ruder. Like people are so mean. Like they're not, I don't know. The music was all right, but they wanted to experience it, but it was just like completely different. And like I don't know. I feel like everyone in the EDM scene and the community here is just a lot more nicer people. I've met a lot of people here in Toronto that like
Hmm.
is in that scene, and it's just like I don't know. They're nice.
Blur.
Yeah, blur.
Okay, so
Um,
what kind of like what kind of raver are you? How would you describe yourself at these events? Like you mentioned, there's like a rave dad, rave mom, for example. Like, how about you?
I think I'm because of my tolerance, I end up being the rave mom. Yeah. There are some like I took care of a lot of people. Like I always end up being the one who make sure everyone gets home safe or like help people use the washroom or like,
Hmm.
bring people up. Like I divert people in and out of like crowds and like out for some air. But at the same time I could still have fun. But like I feel like
Okay.
because of my tolerance and like how sober I could like how quickly I can sober up, like I find myself just taking care of people.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you only like drink for those events?
No.
Okay. We don't have to like talk about that. But I'm just curious. What
No.
tips would you give to like new ravers or for those who are like trying to get into the scene?
Um, Go with someone that you 100% trust and know that they've been there before or they know how it's going to be like. Um, because if it's a bunch of you guys being new, like, oh my god, it it might not be safe for all of you, but like
Mm,
I I go out a lot, but I've never gone out with Like I don't go out with just anybody. Like I have to have someone there that I trust in case something were to happen or like, if I need help or like, if they could just like guide you or like be there for you if something were to happen, especially if you're a woman going out, like you need to be with someone that you trust. Um
Okay.
and then if they've been there before, they can show you the ways 100%, but I think that's the major thing for me. Like it has to be with someone that you 100% trust.
True, true. And it
Mhm.
sounds like, do you know what side questing is
Mm-mm.
at raves?
Mm-mm.
Okay,
No.
so I see that Derek's saying that you're the wanderer, so you like to go around, I guess. Do you like to move
Oh,
around and
yeah, yeah,
everything?
yeah.
Like
Yeah.
meet new people and just vibe with people or what?
So, funny thing is, I wander a lot. Like I separate from the group a lot.
Ah,
So
okay.
when we went out to like Loud Luxury, Stay okay, whatever, I was in like different groups a lot, multiple times. They would lose me all the time.
Yeah.
And so Derek had an air tag on me.
Oh shoot, what?
Steve Aoki night. This was Steve Aoki night. It was so funny. He was trying to find me. He was tracking me in the club
And it that
and like he couldn't find me. He was getting so frustrated. And then he realized like he went downstairs and he saw me on the table and then he realized he was on the second floor and I was on the first floor.
yeah.
So that's how much like okay, that's another lifesaver thing too. Like another tip, like if you're a wanderer, like if you get lost easily, if especially if you're tiny and small, air tag that bitch. Like that shit
My
saves you
god, you
a
were air
lot.
tagged throughout Vegas.
Yeah, I was.
Okay, well, now we know. Side quester.
Yup. Yeah. Okay, I know it was called Wonder. I didn't know it was. Is it the same thing as side quester? Think
Yeah,
like that's
yeah.
another term.
Like when
Okay, I
you
didn't know
kind of like
that.
stray from the group and just like do whatever.
Yeah, yeah, that makes sense. Okay. I can't put an AirTag on my phone because all of my stuff was with some other people in case I lose it. So like, yeah, my phone was with me, but like my wallet was with Devin, my something else was with Derek. Like, everyone else was holding something of me. So like the AirTag was literally like glued to me. Like that shit helped me. Um
Better to be safe than sorry.
exactly. Yeah. And then in festivals like sometimes there's no signal or whatever. So I don't know if that worked still without the Wi-Fi because I think it uses the iPhones around to like track or
Hmm.
yeah, track something or whatever. But that shit helps too. So AirTag, guys.
Air tag. The new
Especially if you're
wave.
going to EDC this year and there's a lot of you guys, AirTag helps. It really does. I don't know about USD, but it's 39.99 here in Canada plus tax.
Another promo right there. Interesting. Okay. So I'm actually surprised that you're pretty new to raving, but I'm glad that you've been enjoying it for the most part and you could even like give tips to beginners and everything. For
Yeah.
you, do you know what a rave bay is? Of course you do, but like
Yeah, of course.
what's a
He's in
rave
chat
bay?
right now. Drastic purge.
Alright, so about that though. Um, I guess you could say it from a girl's perspective or a guy's perspective, but like, how do you find a rave bay?
How?
Yeah,
I
do you
don't
have any
know.
like thoughts or like from your knowledge?
Shouldn't I be asking you that question?
No, because I asked you
You're
that
the one.
question.
Well, I'm gonna Uno reverse you because I'm new to this scene and I don't really know how to. So
Okay, so you've never
why
had
don't you
like
give
a
me
rave
tips
bay and
on like
everything, or your
no?
friends. Your friends never had rave bays. They don't tell you how they do it.
I don't think so. No.
Oh, you have wholesome friends. I like your friends.
Wait. Okay. Some of them would have like they actually had relationships so that they would go with them and then like I would be the third wheel. Or like,
Okay.
I'm just going there with friends, then I'm going with friends. But like I don't really like I don't know. How does that work? Tell me, Wilson. Teach me.
I'm
Well,
sorry, guys. I
I
guess
don't really need it because I have Will now, but like, it's good to know.
Okay, so I guess for this episode, we won't get answers for how you could find a rave band at raves, but it's okay, guys. It's totally fine. Like you don't need one, but this is just like part of the questions for the this specific segment.
Nice dodge.
Thanks. Thanks. Yeah, I wouldn't know either, so um
Oh,
we'll wrap things
wanna
up.
bump? That's what Jurassic Purge said. Wanna bump?
Like he meant fist bump, so just if it works, it works. If it
Oh.
doesn't, it's fine. No, not really. I don't know what he's saying. Okay.
Okay.
We only have a few minutes left, so let's wrap it up. What are your overall thoughts of being on this podcast, and what was your initial reaction when I first asked you?
Um, I was just like, "Oh, why me?" Like I'm barely like online nowadays, but I was just like, "Okay, whatever, it's for fun anyways."
Mhm.
I was actually not nervous, but I was just like worried that there would be like I'd be like awkward and silent. Um, but I think that's always the case with me. Like I always feel like I'm always going to be awkward and silent, but I feel like I talked so much
Which is great.
today. A lot of things were said, and I feel like a lot of these information was like new to a lot of you guys. So,
Hmm.
I mean, it's fine. Um, I'm at that point in my life. Oh my god, see, I'm talking. It's not even part of the questions, but I'm just saying it.
Go for it. Go for
I'm
it.
at the point where I'm at the point in my life where I'm comfortable about talking about like my past and my experiences and stuff like that because I've learned from it. And if me talking about it will help you, then I'm fine with it. Like I'm fine with talking about it nowadays. So
Mhm.
yeah, I feel like I just talked a lot today. And I'm very surprised. That's what I was just surprised. Like I literally texted Will just like, "Fuck, what if I'm like awkward silent and like I don't really like talk much or I don't have anything to say and it's just like dead quiet."
Mhm.
But yeah. No, it worked out.
Yeah, it
Great
was.
host.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. That was great, honestly. Do you have any questions for me before I let you end things off with your last few words and stuff?
Yeah, how would you get a rape bay?
I told you I couldn't answer that. Any other questions? Come on now.
um Not really a question, but um I am starting a donation goal for Mr. Wilson Chang's streamed for the next couple of months to fund his Veld to Toronto, festival so he could come to Veld in Toronto in August. So guys, hit that dono button and let's get
I've never been to Toronto before, but that's why it was not gonna lie, it was kind of tempting at first just to have like the option or the opportunity to go with like a reason too behind it.
I mean,
Yeah,
you
I'll have
never
to
know,
update you about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see, guys. It's a huge maybe.
Yeah, but if
Um,
you guys start donating, he'll most likely come. So don't be shy. Hit that donate button, exclamation mark donation. Um, we really do appreciate the donation. All funds will go directly to his Vel tickets and flight tickets, guys.
I do have a passport.
Yep, that's
Okay,
all he needs.
I still
He
have a
just
few
needs the
years on it.
oh shit.
Um,
Yeah, see, even Brian says come to Toronto.
I know it was so cool meeting Brian. Well, EDC, we'll see you again. And then you said you would probably go to TwitchCon, so
Maybe, yeah.
there's that too, if
Still a big
anything.
maybe.
Oh,
TwitchCon's it's on September.
yeah, this time.
Maybe. Maybe.
Yeah, me too. Me too. All right. Do you have any last few words for everyone in the audience?
Um, no, I appreciate everyone for sticking around for the last 2 hours. It was great. Talking about life in general. Being interviewed by a great host.
Thank you.
I feel like it's new for me and like I'm able to like talk. Again. I was just, I'm just shocked how much I talked today. It was a lot. But I appreciate every single one of you in chat for being here today. And I hope you guys learned or took any of those advices and like or like it helped you and stuff. Like I hope it really helped. And Yeah, W host. W is in chat for the host, guys. W.
W for
Thank you
Powtoon,
for
yeah,
having
or P,
thank you for
whatever
having
works.
me.
No, thank you so much. So, my last question is: so whose therapy session was it? Was it yours or mine for this pod?
My
What we
Wait,
talked about earlier.
I
Nah,
know. I
jokes.
had to think about it. I was just like, "Oh shit, it was supposed to be
No, jokes,
yours."
jokes, jokes.
No,
No,
but
but
100% mine. Yeah.
it means a lot to have you on because I wanted to change things up with how I had my previous podcast. So more
Mm.
loose and open, just like chatting about whatever. But yeah, thank you guys for being here too. With that note, I'll end things for the podcast segment. Remember, if you guys are watching live here, you could also check this out within the next few days on YouTube. I post all these podcasts on YouTube, and I actually have like the older episodes on too before the rebrand. Again, shout outs to Pal. She's also on Twitch, so KaPauuuu right there, twitch.tv. You could also use exclamation guest. And yeah, it was really nice to be able to talk to you and to learn a lot more about you. So hopefully we'll keep in touch for sure. I know we will because you're my boss too. So there's that. But enjoy your break and focus on your health. So
Yep.
yeah, thank you
Thank you
so
for
much for being
having
here.
me.
All right, guys.
Bye.
Take it easy. Make sure to like and subscribe if you're on YouTube and turn on those post notifications to stay updated with any future content that I may have on YouTube. All right, thank you guys. I'm gonna let you go now, pal, okay?
All right.
Chat with you
Bye.
later. Bye bye.
Bye.